Here we are with another Friday morning live. Hope everybody's doing great. The chapter has entered a new phase around the world. And let's see what the next moment to moment brings us. So as we say, everything happens exactly the way it's supposed to happen. There's lessons for every one of us. To learn from what is happening around the world. So, as we're going through our experience in the fasting state, the automatic pilot state, we learn to trust the process. We keep our focus on divine peace, balance, correct conduct, but we allow through faith and trust that the process will continue to move in that direction. So when we're in the fasting state, we know, even though all sorts of weaknesses surface, because all weaknesses surface in a fasting state. All weaknesses surface in a fasting state. So we know that jump for joy. Embrace, jump for joy. Use the tools to pull us through. Because all sorts of things we will see come to the surface. We look in the mirrors of truth, and the mirrors of truth are the fasting state. Nothing compares to being in that wonderful divine space of allowing the reset to go towards balance. This is something very, very difficult and challenging for most people, because we are programmed to believe that there's always something missing, and we need to address the deficiencies. Those deficiencies are an illusion that we create within our own minds, because everything is about light, right? It's all about light. The fields, we call it the fields of divine path. Everything comes from that area, from those realms. And if we look at mankind around the world, man eats everything. Everything. From flesh of all sorts, fish of all sorts, insects of all sorts, plants of all sorts, and fruit of all sorts, nuts, seeds, everything. Whatever's on the planet, man eats. Dirt, clay, you name it, you go around the world, you will find somebody who's eating it. You know, there was a story about a woman who ate dirt. And she survived on just dirt, nothing else. So, how does the body take in all these different materials, right? Infinite different materials. And everybody's body creates the exact same principle of physicality, meaning 2 legs, 2 arms, head, all the organs, all the glands, the digestive tract, the lymph system, the blood vascular system, through all these different materials. Where is that information coming from to construct all these different parts of our physicality? You can eat a banana and create the physicality. You can eat a bowl of rice and create the physicality. You can eat a steak and create this physicality. You can eat, whatever, and create this physicality with all the different complexities of the physicality. It's incredible. Where's that intelligence come from? And then there's those who don't believe in God. Well, it's an accident. It's through the Big Bang, and everything happens randomly. Okay, you can believe that if you want. And then you're denying there's an intelligence in anything. There's this thing happened by accident. The mouse happened by accident. Whatever it is, everything's by accident. It's absolutely ludicrous to believe that everything is an accident, by chance. Everything has a divine intelligence behind it. Look at how nature works perfectly. Look at how this physicality works perfectly. When you leave it alone, put it in a fasting state, and you can see all the beauty that the intelligence reveals to correct all the deficiencies, all the problems, all the pain, all the suffering. It happens without thought. It happens without matter, because it all comes from the fields, the divine fields of plasma love, always flowing. We're all always tapped into it. Most of us choose to not even know it exists, or don't believe it exists, even though the evidence is all around us. So that divine intelligence works beautifully. The more we trust, the more we allow, the more we keep the faith, the more beauty is revealed. And we could learn to accept it, and excuse me, wow. The more we can learn to accept it and allow the process to take place and unfold. A little bit dry today, been dry fasting a few days, but yeah, sneezes, the body's inherent ability to move out obstructions. just embrace and allow the process to unfold. And what's happening in the last 4 or 5 years, people are afraid of others sneezing. Incredible how we interpret things through what we have been told to believe and create our belief system around that. And we will hold on to those belief systems and fight for those belief systems. And those belief systems may be built on total fantasy, because the medical mafia, to me, is built on total fantasy. It's my opinion, and people can do with it what they please. The fantasy world of fiction. And many people create their whole belief system on the fiction world. And then misery, pain, and suffering becomes part of their existence, and they run to the fiction world to be saved. We run to it as if they have the answers because they created our fiction world. The ones who created all the problems, the minds that created all the problems are not the minds that are going to find a solution to those problems. We need to break free from that and trust in our divine creator, which gave us the fasting state. And how wonderful that is when we've learned to embrace that and trust. With that said, if there's any questions, now's a great time. There's so much that mankind could embrace and watch the beauty unfold of divine peace, balance, and correct conduct if we just allow and trust the process. And those who resist and the warmongers, we lock them up. We lock up the warmongers. Because if you go around the world and talk to the people, what do people want? People want to be left alone, and they want a good life for their children. They want their children to be properly educated, not mind controlled, and enjoy the fruits of this material experience. That's all people want. We want to be left alone. We don't want to be dragged into the belief that we have enemies. Enemies are illusion, created to keep us divided and so they can conquer us. So, crazy and wonderful times all intertwined and mixed. Choose one of the MFS levels. Embrace, gather all the materials you need. We don't know how much longer we're going to have them. Get all your herbs, get all your juices that you need, your enema bags, your colonial board, whatever you need. Book in your colonics if you have that available. And away we go. Any questions? No? Yeah, maybe. Alrighty. I don't know if this thing's working. Let me see. Maybe not. All right, so we will see you back on the page, Facebook group. Now it's supposed to be without censorship. What a circus. What a world. If their lips are moving, they're lying. That's all I know. We'll see you back on the page. We'll see you back. Next call is Wednesday, Facebook Live. Enjoy your morning, your afternoon, your evening.